Hello, statistics students, Mr. Gusato. For problem number 1 in the homework, we want to calculate the residual for the point 78.4.1. So the definition of a residual, I'm going to write this at the top of the screen. So a residual is the actual minus the predicted. So it's the actual value minus the predicted value. So in this particular problem, our actual value is the 4.1. It's this point right here, the 4.1. It's also in the chart. I'm circling the point. So in order to calculate the residual, we need to calculate the predicted value. So using your calculator, you look at the data and we press Stat, Edit, and you want to type in the data. To get the scatter plot, second y equal, and press number 1, and you want your screen to be set up like that, and then we're going to press zoom 9, and that'll create the scatter plot. To get the least squares regression line, we press Stat, move over to Calculate, number 8, and we're going to move down to the regression equation and type vars, y vars, function, y1, and this will paste the regression equation into the calculator. Move down to Calculate and hit Enter, and the calculator will give you the regression line. Now when you hit Graph, you will see the scatter plot and the regression line. So we need to make the predicted value when x is 78. So we're going to press Trace, press the up arrow key to get on the line, and now type in the number 78 and press Enter. So the predicted value is 2.522, and there's a couple extra decimals. I'm going to write all of those down, minus 2.5229746. And I'm going to get my calculator back up, and I'm going to do that math. So I'm going to type that into the calculator. So 4.1 minus 2.522. So the residual is 1.5770. So in the My Open Math, that's what you're going to type in for your answer. Let's take a look at problem number 2. Before I move to problem number 2, if you get the problem wrong 3 times, you will see this little key and then it'll show you the answer. You always could press Get a Similar Question and try another problem. Let's take a look at problem number 2. In problem number 2, we have some data, and we have a scatter plot, and here we have the least squares regression line. I highlighted that. And if I were to scroll up a little bit, we want the residual when x is 33. That's part C. So part C says find the residual for this point. So if you look at part A, what's the observed value when x is 33? So I'm going to look at my data here, and 33 is right here that I'm highlighting in blue. So the observed value when x is 33 is 6. For part B, we want to know the predicted value when x is 33. So we're going to grab our calculator, and we're going to use that least squares regression line. So we're going to type in negative 0.0442 times 33 plus 6.4633. So the predicted value is 5.0047. So that's going to go in this little box there, 5.0047. Then for part C, the residual, remember the residual is actual minus the predicted. So we're going to grab our calculator again, and we're going to type in the actual, so 6 minus the predicted. I like to press second answer, those red buttons. But if you don't like that, you can do 6 minus 5.0047. And you will get the residual 0.9953. So the residual is 0.9953. 3. And as we discussed in class, that point is above the line. I hope you found this video helpful.